Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm nice to meet you. You're outside? It's pretty sunny and nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, where are you? Are you in San Francisco?
I am, but I had to head out because my internet wasn't working. So.
Oh, good idea. Oh, crazy day, switcheroo all over the place. All right. And yeah, take us away. What would you like to show us today, your case studies?
Sure. Okay. Arrange my screens and then start sharing. Pick the right one, this one. Can you all see my
Yes.
face, my hand waving? So yeah, let's get started. I'm so excited to share my work with you all, and thank you so much for your time today. So I'm AshGin, as you all know, I'm a product designer. And without further ado, here's my agenda for today. I want to spend some time at the beginning to talk about just briefly who I am, introduce myself, and then, really the bulk of this meeting will be on this project, showcase, whatever you want to call it, and then we're going to have some time at the end for Q&A. My question to you, your question to me. So yeah, that's the next hour. And then going into intro section, I just thought I would just have a super brief introduction of who I am. So about me, my past. I'm originally from Seoul, South Korea, and I went to school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and now I'm in Portland, living with my husband and 9-year-old boy and super cute 2-year-old daughter. That's my family. And my path to design is pretty straightforward and almost traditional. I was a design major, and I did human computer interaction as my master program, and then I got into UX. And there's a tiny little snippet. Another fact about my background is I actually have 2 undergraduate degrees, both from 4-year long program. So I spent pretty much my entire 20 in college, which sounds fun and not fun. And then I've gone through now 4 jobs as a UX designer. And I just found out that I've been actually working remotely for about 70% of my entire career. So I think this pandemic wasn't anything new to me. I'm working from home for this current job too at Upwork. So yeah, that's me. And I want to just briefly talk about sort of how I work, how I approach problems, and how I go about ideating, and some of my strengths. So the first point, I have 3 points, and the first point is that, as you can see here, I feel most fulfilled when I work with a team to deliver user value, business value, and do so quickly. I think if there's one thing that I've learned as a designer over the past 10 years is that something that I had no idea of when I started my career is that building a product is a team sport, right? We all agree. And it's not about me, it's about us. And whatever I do as a designer is only just part of what it takes to build a product and ship a product and deliver a value. So for that reason, I really feel fulfilled when I see my design. Whatever I do as a team member really contribute to the whole team's success, which is basically delivering value again, outcome to the customers and users, and do so quickly. I want to emphasize this quickly part because I'm all about being scrappy and programmatic and making smart trade-offs. And for me, I think I actually really enjoy working within constraints and I really try to be creative within the constraints that I have, whether it's time, resources, or technical feasibility. So there's that. And then a little snippet, a little quote that I pulled from my past peer review that's relevant to this. And then the second point that I wanted to talk about is this big picture thinking. And I can be at a various altitudes. I can be a strategic partner with a PM, but then also I can partner with an engineer really at that pixel level, perfecting, for example, this weird spacing, inconsistent spacing in the UI library, for example. I can be at that level as well, and being running across different levels, different altitudes is something that I enjoy the most about being a designer. And then the third point is that the clarity. I think maybe one of my biggest strength is, I think what I believe is this idea of bringing clarity to complex and ambiguous challenges, both in problem and solution space. I think it's maybe in my gene or something. I just have really low tolerance against mess or unstructured information, just lack of clarity in general. So whenever I encounter those, I think my brain is just like really naturally like trying to make sense of it by finding patterns and affinity, etc. So that's my strength that I can definitely bring to the team. And so yeah, that's me. Now let's get into the real stuff. So the first project that I'm going to introduce